What up, YouTube? Timu's here. Since this month, I'm doing my reviews for past, May films. Here's my review for the 2009 X-Men film, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Now, yeah, this of course ended up having Hugh Jackman reprise his role as the iconic Wolverine character, and it pretty much shows how Wolverine became who he was and whatnot. I remember when X-Men Origins Wolverine is one of the worst X-Men movies there is. Holy cow, this movie's bad. Yeah, I mean, of course, it ended up pretty much this film ended up introducing us to Ryan Reynolds as, I'm not even kidding, as the character of Deadpool. And of course, Deadpool, like this Deadpool was very different to his Deadpool from his past films. Of course, he ends up playing the character of Wade Wilson, who later will go on to play Deadpool, but they don't really refer to him as Deadpool or anything like that. But he's pretty much referred to as he of course ended up being referred to as Weapon X. And holy cow, Ryan Reynolds' Wade Wilson in this was horrible. I am so glad that Ryan Reynolds ended up making up his Deadpool role with the Deadpool movies, because that's the Deadpool we know and love. Not this Deadpool. I mean, it is also super funny, which I think was Deadpool 2, where Deadpool was of course going going to time, and he ends up killing his Deadpool self from Origins Wolverine. That was a highlight of Deadpool 2, by the way. But yeah, I mean, it's thankfully we ended up having Hugh Jackman reprise his role as Wolverine again for other Wolverine films like the Wolverine, Logan. Because this Wolverine movie was not good at all. You also had Liam Schreiber as a villain, Victor Creed, aka Sabretooth. You had Taylor Kitsch as Gambit, which is always disappointing that they never really went ahead and do a Gambit movie with him in it, because he was actually not so bad as Gambit in this movie. It's a shame that Taylor Kitsch is not a big enough star. I mean, he's actually a pretty cool actor, but it is what it is with that one. You also had Lynn Collins was in this. You even had Will.i.am. You had loads of other, like Kevin Durant was in this. You had Danny Houston. I mean, you had some really interesting cast members, but the script in this was pretty bad. Character development was not so good. I mean, this is definitely one of the worst superhero, comic movies there is. Between this, the 2015 Fantastic Four, Superman 4 Quest for Peace, there's tons of bad comic movies, and this is definitely one of them. I mean, it is just so blank terrible. It's completely boring. I mean, I remember watching this thing when it was first released, and it definitely wasn't so good. I mean, between Origins Wolverine, Blade Trinity, and Green Lantern, I am so glad Ryan Reynolds pretty much came back to the superhero genre in a cool way when it came to the Deadpool movies. Because the Deadpool movies are so good with Ryan Reynolds in them. And, it's a shame we're probably never really going to see that Deadpool and Wolverine together again. That will be cool in the future, but, I guess that's not going to happen. But, the film was still, pretty terrible. It's not as bad as, I would say it's probably not as bad as X-Men 3 or maybe, or that other X-Men movie, Dark Phoenix, but it's still a pretty bad one. The action is actually the bright spot. There are some really cool action in this, but that's the only bright spot about this whole film. I mean, the whole movie is just not so good at all, and it should have been much better, but it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. Have you ever seen X-Men Origins Wolverine? If so, what star of it? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Himu signing out.